Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, accompanied by Queen Taylor, and today we're going to be taking a look at sKitz Kraven's new song, Session 9. I said Season 9 before, but it's Session 9, and this is off of his new album that is due to release March 22nd, which is...
Do You Hear Them Too?
Do You Hear Them Too? Let's hop on over and let's give it a listen. Alrighty, the cinematography is great.
This is Dr. Nick Forrest. Today's date is October 22nd, and we are continuing Evan's outpatient treatment following discharge.
Hey Evan, how are you? How's your week been lately? Tell me what is new.
Fuck you.
Okay, why?
I don't really know, but I don't want to be here.
I get it, but to stay out of the ward, outpatient completion is needed, so let's make some effort.
You really want to talk, Doc? Okay. Education is an inconvenience, especially when already an evil genius. Yeah, I walk through life holding hands with demons. Everyone I ever see, I want to stop from breathing. My roommate prevented me from ever sleeping. He would snore all night, I would want crack pipe, might as well, right? Cause with all of his snoring and group early morning, I ain't sleeping anyways. Been out of the ward for a month, so I assumed I would start loving my life. I assumed I would stop cutting wrists with the knife. I assumed I would stop having terrors at night, call it wishful thinking. Cause all I want to do is increase the creeping. I black out mixing all these pills with drinking. I overthink, plus my neighbors telling me my basement's stinking.
Evan, I know. I understand life since the ward has been tough, but just think about all of the progress you've made. You used to cut every day, now it's once in a month. I would say that's a little success. But tell me, how are you dealing with stress? Are you taking the meds I prescribed, or just self-medicating instead?
Well, Doc, I love the back and forth. I do
too.
I kind of thought that this was going to go more like personal, and like, I'm not saying that all of his songs aren't deeply related to, you know, kind of him portraying what he feels as far as his mental illness, you know, and the thoughts that he has. But I think that this is really great for being able to relate to someone that might be going through the same things that he is. You know, talking with the therapist, explaining to the therapist, like, hey, I'm having these thoughts, these things that are in my mind all the time. Like, I can't sleep. I'm taking this medication, but I'm also, you know, self-medicating. And I cut my wrist and I thought I was too old for this, but like, we're still here.
Yeah, I think it's super relatable, even if, you know, not to the extent of, you know, self-harm or anything like that. Just if you've seen a therapist, I think it's very relatable because, you know, he started off like that. I saw a therapist when I was like 13. I was going through some stuff, and that's how I felt. You know, I got sent to see this therapist and I was like, F you, like, I don't want any part of this. I don't want to talk to you. You don't know me. You know, you just kind of have that attitude. So where it just starts off like that, I was like, relatable right off the bat. And I don't think it has to be like every detail for you to kind of just immerse yourself in that. And so I think it's really intriguing already so far.
Well, Doc, kind of funny you asked. I'm high as fuck right now with a pill in my ass. When I use like that, I get high real fast. So the longer it's in is the longer it lasts. What a blast, right? Forget it. I know they want to see me committed. Stop acting like I got a fucking best friend, Nick. When I thought I had a friend, I didn't. I just want to get throat slit. I just want to carve real nice. I want to dig all in their organs. Murder for me keeps me focused. Body parts sorted. Organization's important. Limbs in the bins, I keep groping. Rubbing lotion. I gotta throw the extras in the ocean. I'm a straight killer, I admit it. The Roger murders, I did it. I left the word violently. Then I took myself a long drive to commit a crime, you see. A family made up of 3. I found them with ease. Their bodies were mine to be. I started off looking in windows, stalking excites me. I love invasion of privacy. Yeah, Toya was combing her hair. I just started to stare. I was trying to peek and see the titty she grew in a week. She was heading to college, so I had to teach. Mr. Roger would talk about his family like you're doing with me every couple of meets. You shouldn't though, you know I'm crazy, Nick. Been thinking about your relationship. A loyal wife that raised the kids, their college pay. What a way to live. I know you have a daughter and son.
I love that the therapist's name is Nick.
Your daughter's off to college, I bet that's fun. She's what, like 22? I bet you're hating how fast she grew. I bet you hate she has big boobs. I bet she's real good with the dudes. I bet she never pays for booze. I bet she's eating dick like food. Aw, oh no, what's the matter, Nick? You're looking like you just saw a ghost. Don't stress out now, you gotta keep your head afloat. Cause tonight I'll invade your home, you gotta save your own. Yeah, king's gotta keep his throne. You gon' learn there's no killing me. I'm on a killing spree. And Doc, you're the next to see. My right nightstand's where your head will be. You bought a crib in the Hamptons, right? Only 20 minutes from the office? Tight. Man, you're like the shit now. Wouldn't it suck if your spleen got ripped out? Damn, Dick, you're looking like you need a cig. Wow. Take a sip of water and chill out. You still got like 7 more hours to live. You should really be spending this time with your kids. Anyways, Doc, are you happy we talked? Because if not,
Okay, that's enough. The statements you've just made to me are very disturbing. I'm not sure if this is a way you express yourself as a release, or if these threats are serious. But you know that I have to report any harmful threats, especially ones towards me and my family. If this is the case, then our session today has come to an end.
No, Doc. Of course these are just empty threats. My old psychiatrist, Dr. Roger, back in Wisconsin, told me that saying my urges out loud was a healthy way to manage them, so I don't have to kill. But with him and his family being murdered just a few weeks ago, I'm feeling overwhelmed with emotion, which is essentially causing me to lash out verbally. But don't worry, Doc. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna hurt your family. And most importantly, I'm not gonna hurt anyone else. I promise.
Oh my God.
Oh, that was bone chilling. Here, let's play it out. See what's going on here. Amusement Productions, man, they do such a good job.
Yeah, they do. Okay, can I just say
Hold on. Now you can.
I feel like I could have talked through that. You go ahead and say what you gotta say, because now I need to collect my thoughts.
Okay. So one of the things that I love so much about sKitz Kraven is every single time we listen to one of his music videos or songs, it feels as though we're watching a movie. Just period. It is a movie, right? But it's got like a story that's like weaving you through the scene, and you're getting all these pictures. I love that he put a name to the therapist. I love that he talked about Mr. Rogers, and I love that he talked about like the murder and just the whole freaking video. I was on edge.
Yeah, they are like short stories, and they all kind of come full circle. Like he will talk about parts from a different song or a different video that you can maybe pick up on, and I think that's really cool. I also like that that was kind of a topic that I was going to touch on a little bit. I also like that even though it's like horrorcore, as you call it, or you know, it's like a little bit dark and demented, like there's humor to it too. And I feel like maybe that's a good way to get some people like you who like just can't really grasp around like the darkness of this. That's like a way to kind of grasp you in a little bit easier, because it's like, oh, there's a funny moment, you know, like he was talking about like your head on my nightstand. That part was a little bit comical, just the way that he did it. And it's just so masterful the way that he could be this like kind of dark, demented character, we'll call it, like have these intrusive thoughts, but also be like that side of things that's just like, I don't know, it just, everything just wraps up really nicely with like a bloody little bow.
Yeah. And I could see the personas happening, which, you know, sKitz Kraven, right? So you have him, and then he puts on that like grandma mask, and it's like, this is like my demons, or, you know, my thoughts. And I love the portrayal of, don't worry, Doc, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed in the back. Like, oh, it was masterful. And I think for people who like rap music, right, he's got this like style, this rap style of flow that is very deep, but like his lyricism is incredible, and his storytelling abilities is amazing. I think what maybe people are like, this isn't even gangster, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
this isn't even gangster, this is like above and beyond. This is like this is murder. This is like music for serial killers, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And this one in particular, I think was, I mean, I don't want to say in particular, because, you know, we've seen a lot of his where it's like, oh, that made you uncomfortable. Like, oh, that was like, what was the one called?
Ready or Not?
Where he was like walking alongside the fence, and that one part creeped us out. Was that Ready or Not? Yeah. So where he's like stalking that family. Thank you. I always get the song names mixed up.
That was
like that one in particular. Song. There was parts where we were like, oh, like that just made you feel really uneasy. This one particularly did that to me, because it's like, I just picture myself like finding these tapes. Like I'm thinking like, you know, an old building that's been run down. Like nobody's been in this building. It's like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Dilapidated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Abandoned.
Yeah, abandoned. Yeah, like an old abandoned building, basically. And like you walk in, it's like haunted looking, you know, it's just dark and creepy. Everything's run down. And then you like find these old tapes and like listening to these tapes and like you hear this, you hear like the side with the therapist, and then you hear this guy saying all this stuff and just being like, just so uneasy, like, oh my gosh. And then like, I don't know. I just put myself in this whole scene like that. And then I'm like, oh, now, you know, I want to go research it because like I heard this tape and this guy was like scary. And this therapist is like, oh, don't threaten my family. And then, you know, you go on the, I'm like picturing the library, like scrolling through, and then you see something in like the newspaper, like this therapist and his family were murdered. And then you're like, oh my gosh, was it this guy that he was talking to? And it's just like,
and Mr. Rogers
sKitz created this entire scene for me outside of just like this masterpiece of his music and this video that I was just like, oh my God. And that's what he does.
And he's building his stories into each of his songs. It's honestly like an audio horror book.
Yeah.
And that's like the best way I could really kind of describe it, which is so interesting to me because he really could take the stories that he created and make a book out of it.
Yeah,
and I think it would be like a New York Times bestseller, just be in horror. Like it's fabulous.
I'd get down on that.
And then the screams at the end, like, yes, come on. It's homage to everything he's done. So I'm really curious as to how Session 9, like if each one of these songs on this album, because guys, I haven't seen the track list, I don't know what the album is, but like, are they going to be sessions, therapy sessions each time? Each release is going to be like session 8, session 6,
maybe.
I don't know.
Regardless, I think it's going to be phenomenal. I think this was just super top notch, and that just makes me that much more excited for the album to drop in a week. You guys. So make sure you guys keep up on sKitz Kraven's social media. Make sure you guys follow. Make sure you guys check out this video. We'll have it linked in the description, so go give it support. Go show some love. Yeah, go give them some thumbs up and some hearts. Leave them some comments. And I'm excited. Maybe we'll do an album reaction. I don't know. We haven't done one before. But that would be cool. Maybe we could sit alongside you guys while we're listening to it together. And yeah, that'd be really sick. We kind of go off the schedule of our baby. We wanted to get this out a little bit sooner than we did, but our baby had other plans for us, so we're a little bit late. Just a little bit late. Yeah. But anyways, you guys, that's our time. Can't wait to talk to you guys in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.